Okay, welcome everybody. This is our first time being able to stream live to the Facebook group while also doing the Zoom. So thank you for your patience, and I hope that you got a good laugh out of our fumbling around at the beginning. We're having fun with it. So I'm excited that we get to be able to do it this way though, so that we can stream live to the Facebook group. We're very thankful to the Tucks, Michael and Kelly Tuck, for helping make this happen. We are all together in Orlando right now. We've been at a great retreat for leadership, and it's been awesome. But we wanted to continue to be able to bring you the first Thursday live education class, even from Orlando. So we are very full and mentally exhausted. It's been an amazing week, but we've got oils for that, so we're good. And I am here with Emily Mailliard. So I'm Crystal Garvin, for those who maybe haven't met me or don't recognize me. That's good. Keeps me humble. This is Emily, my good friend, and she is a silver leader on our team. And she's going to be leading this class all about using essential oils with fitness. I'm going to let her explain just her background and her expertise in this area of fitness, and also, of course, with essential oils. She's already a leader on our team. So I'm excited for her to get to be able to bring those two worlds together to present to us all how we can improve our fitness and health with our essential oil usage right alongside our exercise and other healthy habits. So Emily, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Emily Mailliard, and I am a silver wellness advocate along with my husband, Chris Mailliard. And for 13 years, I've been an AFA certified group exercise instructor and personal trainer. And so I've trained from athletes all the way to those who are sedentary, and I've taught different formats. And using the oils for fitness is definitely a way to boost your performance and help with recovery. So that's what I'm going to be sharing about tonight.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time you've put into creating this presentation for us. We've got a PowerPoint we're going to switch to so that you can see some of the visual information as well. And this is being recorded, so no worries about that. We will be sharing this recording for those who couldn't join us live, or if you want to share it with some friends after the fact. That's why we're doing it this way. So enjoy this information. I'm going to let Emily take it away.
Okay. So one of the things we need to talk about first with fitness and essential oils is having that foundation. So here we have doTERRA's Wellness Pyramid, and you can see that underneath the dotted line, we're focusing on lifestyle choices. And if we really keep that at the forefront of our mind and our focus, then everything above the dotted line, we have, we don't really need to focus on as much, that healthcare line. So I'm going to talk about first establishing that foundation, and of course that informed self-care above the dotted line. doTERRA has a lot to do with that. We are seeking the proactive medical care and the last case scenario. So using our oils, eating right, exercise, nutritional foundation, exercising, obviously that blue section there is really important. Okay, so for our foundation, I want to talk about the daily nutrient pack. So some of you might be familiar with the Lifelong Vitality, and basically the difference between the Lifelong Vitality and the daily nutrient pack is the daily nutrient pack does not contain the alpha CRS. So the alpha CRS is, I would take the Lifelong Vitality personally, but some people just want a nutritional foundation. And so the daily nutrient pack is a great way. It's a more economical way to get your nutrients. And so just in the daily nutrient pack, we have antioxidant protection. We've got nutrition set in a whole food matrix that your body's going to really absorb and use. We've got detoxification properties that help the liver, digestive support, immune function. And you can see everything that's listed here, the daily nutrient pack helps with. I use the Lifelong Vitality Pack because I like that extra component of the alpha CRS. But the reason why I'm showing you the daily nutrient pack, because it's in a special kit, which I'm going to feature in just a minute. So you can see here in the daily nutrient pack, doTERRA is right at the top of that curve, just perfectly proportioned in the vitamins and minerals that our body needs. So that version 1.0 represents, your typical vitamin that you can get from the drugstore that may not have everything that we need for a nutritional foundation. And then you see the 2.0 That's their mega vitamins that a lot of people can buy online, and sometimes they contain actually toxic doses of vitamins and minerals. But doTERRA is that 3.0 version, so they're right there in the middle in that optimal zone and focusing on what our body really needs. So the first component of the daily nutrient pack is the Z Omega. And then the Z Omega is amazing because it delivers omega-3s in a wide spectrum, not just from marine sources, but also from plant-based omega-3s. And you get 9 different essential oils, including frankincense and clove. And it's in a really easy to swallow veggie soft gel. And I have never had problems with the fish burp on the Z Omega, which is amazing because a lot of omega-3s, because they aren't absorbed well by our bodies and they're not soluble like the Z Omega, they aren't going to, they're going to cause that that uncomfortable fishy burp. So then we have the Microplex MVP, or I think they've changed it to the VMC now. I can't remember all of the acronyms there, but anyway, the vitamins and minerals that are in this are set in a whole food blend. We have polyphenols, we have minerals that are chelated, which is really important for our body to be able to absorb. And again, it's non-GMO, gluten-free. And so why is this important? This is important because if our bodies don't have what they need, that nutritional foundation, we're not going to be able to be at our peak when we're exercising, and we're not going to get the most out of our fitness routine. So I want to tell you about another supplement that's just amazing. I love this one. It's called the Mito 2 Max, and I use it with the Lifelong Vitality or the Daily Nutrient Pack. And what I love about the Mito 2 Max is it helps our bodies on a cellular level. So it's helping fuel the mitochondria in our cells, which are little energy powerhouses. That's really, really important for exercise because our bodies need that natural form of exercise. And you're not going to get that jittery feeling when you take the Mito 2 Max. It's going to give you natural energy that your body can use to have peak performance when you're working out. It also helps promote circulation, which is a really important thing when we're talking about exercise, making sure the blood is circulating appropriately in your body and getting the blood to the extremities where all of that action is taking place when you're working your muscles. Okay, so this is a kit I was talking about earlier. So doTERRA has the athletes kit as an loyalty rewards kit, and they also have it as an enrollment kit. So I'm featuring here the athletes kit as the loyalty rewards kit. So you notice it has the deep blue rub, which of course everyone loves and enjoys, and that's kind of a no-brainer when it comes to exercise because the deep blue rub is great for muscle tension and soreness. It's awesome. I have personal experience with this. It's awesome for sore muscles. So I'll rub it on areas that get really sore, like my thigh muscles or my calf muscles or my upper arm muscles. And it really helps eliminate or at least reduce the soreness that happens after a workout. So when we work out, our bodies are actually, we're actually causing microscopic tears in the muscle tissue. And so one of the things that essential oils help, and specifically the deep blue, is help our body recover from that actual micro damage that's happening. And that is completely normal. When the body repairs that, that's when we get our gains from our strength training that we do. So the deep blue rub obviously is awesome. The Breathe essential oil, lavender, OnGuard, Melaleuca, and Peppermint, I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But this is just a complete package that you can take with you to the gym or wherever you're working out. Now, the athletes kit enrollment kit also comes with what you see here. And so this is a great option for someone who really wants that foundation for exercise, as well as the essential oils to help with their daily routines. So the deep blue polyphenol complex it doesn't have the deep blue oil in it. So I want to clarify that. It has polyphenols and the solid form of frankincense, a frankincense resin that help the body to recover, help the body to, it helps alleviate pain and inflammation in the body. So we're going to talk more about that in a minute. So I want to talk about, as we're talking about foundation, I want to talk about staying motivated in your workout. And I love this blend. Motivate is one of the emotional aromatherapy blends. And so I love using this before I work out, or maybe I know it's time to work out and I'm really just not feeling like doing that. So I grab the Motivate, and the touch roller is also good for this. doTERRA makes the Motivate in a pre-diluted roller as well. I can use either one. The convenience of the bottle is, you can put that in a diffuser as well. But I like to apply it to my wrist, the back of my neck, and inhale it. Just take a nice big breath before I work out and get that oil aromatically as well as topically. And I like to diffuse it in the same room where I'm working out too, and that really helps me stay motivated. Okay, so let's talk about respiratory and immune health. This is really important when you're exercising, and if you're not at your peak as far as respiratory and immune health, then you're not going to get the most out of your workout, and in some cases you're not going to be able to work out. So breathe is a great one to apply topically to the chest to help nourish the lungs and open the airways so you can get maximum oxygen when you're working out. And also, we're coming into the season right now where especially since we've had such a warm winter, everyone is experiencing allergies right now. And so the TRIEASE is great, especially if you're exercising outside. Recommend that you use this, and it's basically a blend of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And so taking those preventatively as the allergy season comes on, then you're going to experience a lot of relief. OnGuard is essential, especially if you are going to a gym to work out. I would recommend making your own hand sanitizer with this and taking that with you to the gym. And that's really easy. You get a 1 to 2 ounce spray bottle, and you're putting 15 to 20 drops of OnGuard and top it off with water. Some people like to do a squirt of fractionated coconut oil just to disperse the oil a little bit. Shake it before you apply it to your hands, to your workout mat, to help ward off viruses and bacteria that you might encounter. So the OnGuard is great for immune function and respiratory function. Some people think about breathe for this, but OnGuard is also really good for the respiratory system. And it's also great for circulation, which we mentioned before is something that's key when you're exercising. The OnGuard soft gels are also amazing, and they're really convenient. They also have the black pepper, melissa, and there's one more. Oregano essential oil, and then which also are amazing for immune support. Okay, and peppermint, sometimes I'll use breathe and sometimes I'll use peppermint to open up my airways before a workout. And I love putting peppermint on the back of my neck because I get overheated quickly, and also if I'm going to be in an area that's warmer. It's really like having your own little personal air conditioner following you around. It's really just amazing how it helps cool the body naturally. And of course, it's got that great support for respiratory function as well. And peppermint's also great for pain. So you could use this almost interchangeably. Some people like it as much as the deep blue for pain issues. So in a pinch, if you don't have your deep blue on you, just take your peppermint and you've got respiratory support, you've got naturally cooling the body, and then you've got support for muscle fatigue and muscle soreness all in one. Okay, so let's talk about what to do after your workout. So you worked out, you're really proud of yourself, and now you're wanting to gradually bring that heart rate down into a safe zone. You're wanting your muscles to recover. You want those cells to be supported in recovery. So lavender is really great for that. It has such amazing calming properties. So you could take a drop of that and rub it over your heart to help your heart rate calm down naturally. Of course, you definitely want to be cooling down. What I mean by that is when you're coming out of an intense, vigorous workout, you want to gradually bring that heart rate down. So just doing some kind of activity like walking in place. So I'm not saying just immediately stop your workout and put lavender on. What I'm saying is using this in conjunction with your cool down, rubbing on a drop over your heart, or maybe after you do your cool down. It's also great for skin irritation. So if you happen to cut yourself or bruise or anything like that when you're working out, it's also great for that. So it's kind of like its own little medicine cabinet, just like peppermint. Serenity is also a great option. It does have lavender in it and other soothing and calming oils. And so it's really great to help you relax after you've had an intense workout. Or maybe you're the kind of person that you prefer to work out in the evenings. I like to work out in the evenings. My body doesn't tend to function as well in the morning. So sometimes when you work out later in the day, you have a harder time, your body has a harder time slowing down and getting into that relaxation mode that's needed for sleep. And so Serenity would be a great option. You could rub that on your wrists. You could rub it on the bottoms of your big toe, which is the reflex point for the brain. Or you could also put 3 to 6 drops in your diffuser would be a great idea. Okay, and our cousin to the Serenity blend, Balance, is amazing for athletic performance, for exercise and fitness, because it just helps the mind and the body to be really grounded. And especially if you're the kind of person who has a competition or something that you're doing where you're nervous, maybe you're a competitive runner or swimmer or athlete, using this on the back of your neck, breathing it in from the palm of your hands is a great way to kind of calm the nerves beforehand. And it's also got some great essential oils in it that help with pain, like frankincense, for example, and blue tansy. So it's kind of like an all-in-one as well. Now we can talk about fitness without talking about frankincense. So frankincense is one of our top oils for cellular support. So doing a drop of frankincense under your tongue before you work out is a great way to support your cells, making sure that they're working at their best. And you can also put in a veggie capsule if you prefer not to do it sublingual. You can use it on the bottoms of your feet as well. And some people like to mix it with deep blue or frankincense to help muscles to recover. HELICHRYSUM is another great oil to have in your fitness toolkit. It's really amazing for focus and concentration, but it's also great for helping the body in the natural healing process if you've got an injury. So if you have an injury from working out, make sure that you've got some HELICHRYSUM on hand. Applying that topically to the area is amazing for healing. And we've already talked about deep blue, and a lot of people, especially athletes, prefer the deep blue rub, and that's something really convenient to have in your gym bag. But don't forget, we also got the straight deep blue essential oil that's in the 5 milliliter and the 10 milliliter, and we have the deep blue touch essential oil roller that's pre-diluted. Oh yeah, and it is a special this month. Thank you. With the 200 PV order, you get the deep blue rub that you see pictured there. It looks different now. And you get the roller that you see there. It looks like that, but it's the touch roller that's it's pre-diluted. Okay, so let's talk about the polyphenol complex. This is amazing for inflammation and helping the body to recover. So for and joint issues and that sort of thing, deep blue is amazing. So if you're the kind of person that, you know, an obstacle for you for working out and exercising is you have a lot of joint pain and issues and inflammation, you may consider using the deep blue to help you with that so that you can enjoy a fitness routine. And what I love about the deep blue polyphenol complex, remember, it doesn't have the deep blue oil, but it has other antioxidants, polyphenols, which are natural antioxidants that help the body with inflammation. So it's also got the solid form of frankincense, which is different from the essential oil. So you're getting different properties in the solid form of the frankincense that you're not getting from the essential oil. So it's a great complement to the oil. Okay, lemongrass. Lemongrass is amazing for leg cramps. So if you are the kind of person that you get shin splints and your calves cramp during a workout, I would suggest that you apply some lemongrass, and you may want to consider using a carrier oil, maybe a drop in about just a half teaspoon or so of coconut oil, because some people can be sensitive with the lemongrass. I can use it straight, but some people are sensitive to it. And remember, it's never wrong to dilute an essential oil. It can actually help our body to absorb it, and there's less flash off that happens. So it's always good to dilute. But the lemongrass is amazing for those issues, so make sure you add that to your toolkit too. The AROMATOUCH is something that I just recently started using in conjunction with the deep blue. And I think it really rivals the deep blue for its amazing properties for muscle aches and pains and tension. And it's got cypress in it, which is great for circulation. And if you're someone who deals with circulation issues, I would suggest you use the AROMATOUCH, and you may consider using cypress as a single oil as well. So the way I like to use the AROMATOUCH, and I noticed that when I used it, I did some experimenting before this webinar. So when I applied the AROMATOUCH before a workout, I noticed that my muscles, it didn't seem like that lactic acid would build up in the muscles as quickly. And so, that happens, you feel that burn. When you're feeling the burn, that lactic acid is building up in your muscles. So I felt like it helped the longevity of being able to do squats and different things where normally I would be feeling that burn a lot quicker. So for me personally, in my own experiment, AROMATOUCH has been super helpful. And so I just apply it to those areas where I know I'm going to be working and that are going to be burning because of intense use. And it's been a great tool for me. That being said, you could also use it after your workout to help recover. Okay, the past tense. Don't discount this blend. It's not just for headaches. I will say that this oil blend saved me when I started a new exercise routine a few weeks ago. I pulled something in my back and I was to the point where I couldn't even get into a full squat. And so I used some of the deep blue and I got some relief from that. But I thought, well, the tension blend, let's try this, because I knew there was a lot of tension going on in my lower back. So I rolled that on. And I was so amazed that after using the past tense, I was actually able to get into a full squat. Whereas before, I wasn't able to do that. And so this blend has really, really impressed me. So make sure you have this on hand for your workouts. And especially if you pulled a muscle or muscle is really, really sore, this is a great option. Okay, so Melaleuca is great for the skin. So if you have an injury, if you have a wound or a sore, and those kind of things can happen when we exercise, Melaleuca is great to apply. And also having the Correct-X on hand is great as well. And it's got HELICHRYSUM in it. So if you want some HELICHRYSUM and a cheaper way to get your hands on HELICHRYSUM, it's in the Correct-X. And I love it. It's a non-petroleum based ointment. And it's got some amazing oils like HELICHRYSUM and cedarwood, lavender as well. And so this is a great way to help with wounds and sores, both of these. And you may not think about this, but Melaleuca is also great for inflammation. I had a friend of mine that used it on her ankle that was swollen, and it was kind of a fluke that she used it in that area. And it really helped with the swelling and the pain and inflammation that was happening there. Okay, so let's look at how some athletes are using doTERRA's oils and the results that they're having with them. Okay, so Katie says that she uses balance and sandalwood to get her clients grounded and centered at the beginning of a class. So these are really good oils to use if you take a yoga class, if you take yoga or you teach yoga. Having this before your workout is great. Also, if you're able to diffuse in the area where you're doing yoga, the citrus oils are amazing during the day. And then at night, diffusing something like Serenity, Balance, or cedarwood is a great option. And then again, breathe also is great for yoga, rubbing it on the chest. Cedarwood and frankincense, a lot of people love to use during prayer and meditation because it's very grounding and balancing and calming. Okay, this is Melissa. She uses past tense on her neck and shoulders. And just like I mentioned before, that can be super helpful for muscle issues, but also it's really great for stress. So if you're really stressed before your workout, rubbing some of that on your shoulders and just helping relieve the tension from the day is a great option. And I thought this was really cool. She says she uses Correct-X around the collar of her wetsuit to prevent chafing. So if you're a swimmer, you may consider, if you're having that issue, using the Correct-X for that. And here's a surfer. She uses DDR Prime for cellular health and support. So I didn't feature the DDR Prime, but I love it. It is the largest bottle that doTERRA offers. It's a 30 milliliter bottle, and it has frankincense in it. And it's so good for cellular health and support. And it's $55 for the 30 milliliter. It's a great, great value. It also has clove and a couple other oils that doTERRA doesn't offer as single oils. Balance before performance is a must for her. Deep Blue and AROMATOUCH, like we mentioned before. Also, if you're having, if you're in a class or something where you're having to focus, using peppermint and wild orange and layering those on the back of the neck is a great option. Okay, using Balance in the diffuser is awesome, especially for yoga classes or a stretching class. All right, so let's take a look at some blends for specific issues, just a few, and then I'm gonna show you just a bit of research that I came across. Okay, so if you're wanting to really recover after your workout, if you've had an intense workout, you may consider using the essential oils in an Epsom salt bath. Roman chamomile, marjoram, helichrysum, just a few drops of those. Mix them with the Epsom salts first to kind of help the oils disperse, and then put the salts into the bath. And soak maybe 15, 30 minutes to relax. If you're the kind of person that suffers with runner's knee or shin splints, this is a great blend. In a 10 milliliter bottle, there's two options. You can do the first one here, 15 to 30 drops each of lemongrass and rosemary. And you can combine those, top it off with fractionated coconut oil, or 20 to 30 drops of lemongrass, 15 to 20 drops of marjoram, and 20 to 25 drops of wintergreen. So I gave you a range there because some people prefer a stronger ratio than others. Some of you may need to take this ratio down. It's really what you're used to. But if we're talking about an injury, erring on the side of, just a little bit more oil is not going to be a bad thing if you have an intense injury that you're dealing with. Okay, so if you don't know about this website, it's a great resource. It's called pubmed.gov. So I wanted to see what research was out there as far as exercise and essential oils, athletic performance, that sort of thing. And I came across this study. Now, it's an uncontrolled study, so it was kind of, it's not like a double-blind study. So they say at the end, more research needs to happen, but I thought the findings were amazing. So in this study, what they did is they had some volunteers that used orange essential oil and others that used spearmint essential oil, and they wanted to see the effect on their performance, their lung capacity and such. So what they noticed is that their lung capacity actually increased, which was really cool. And they also noticed that, all the athletes were running the same distance before using the oil and then after using the oil, and their running time actually shortened. So they actually became faster, or they were able to run faster because they had that better oxygen intake. So spearmint, wild orange, those are also spearmints in the mint family. So peppermint, spearmint, if you're not a peppermint fan. Wild orange is really uplifting, so it's a great one to add as well. So here's just some research for you on how essential oils can affect us when we're exercising. So I would encourage you to, I know this is a lot of information, so I would encourage you to pick 2 or 3 oils or supplements and things that stand out to you. You definitely want to have that foundation with either the Lifelong Vitality Pack or the Daily Nutrient Pack. But I would encourage you to pick 2 or 3 that really stand out to you and incorporate them into your exercise routine and see how they work for you. And you can always change them up for something else. For example, start with the deep blue. If the deep blue is not quite giving you the results you want, move on to the AROMATOUCH. If your legs are cramping, start with the lemongrass. And if that's not working for you, move on to the deep blue. So it's really using the essential oils is really something that it's personalized. It's something that you have to listen to your body and your intuition. So I encourage you to take this information and really apply it to you personally and how you are deciding to work your fitness routine.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Emily. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording for Zoom and for the YouTube video, but we are still going to stay on Facebook Live for a few minutes. So if you have questions, start typing those in now while I stop the Zoom recording.